And good evening and welcome to Planet Herring. I'm Michael and this is Iracing 2020 Season 1. And as you can see on the screen, we are ready to flip over to our qualifying session. Been sitting here practicing in the Formula 3.5 Renault open wheel here at Monza in the first week of 2020. And been trying to actually get back down to my season 3 best speed of last year. Didn't quite do it. Don't know if we're dealing with the new tire model. That is probably the case. Changing weather. Got a new setup from my VRS Virtual Racing School subscription, brand new for this week, and feels pretty good. And we know how much fuel we need. The only thing I do not know off the top of my head is how long is this race? Sure, I have the calculator out and ready to go. I am doing this earlier in the day than I normally would do, and hopefully we have a number of people in here because that was always my biggest problem. So yeah, there we go. We have 18 entries. Yay! So let's see, what's the info for this race while we're waiting for the practice part of this to get finished? We are looking at a 23 lap race. So I do know from my practice that pretty much 0.63 gallons per lap. So 0.63 times 23. Approximately 14 and a half gallons of fuel needed here. So if I look at my setup, I think I currently have it set to qualifying levels. Yeah, that's fine. Probably won't have time for any more than that. But let's see, what's the closest thing we got here? We got a 14 and a half. That's probably too exact. You just don't want to get that close, I don't think. So I'm going to shoot for, it can't really hurt to have an extra gallon in there. So I'm going to go for 15.9 in race trim. Easy enough. And then I'm going to bring it down to 4 gallons of fuel for qualifying. I believe in these cars you get like 8 DRS presses per race, but we'll see how that goes. Mainly worried about qualifying halfway decent. I do know and have seen people do 134s. I am not doing that. My best is actually a 137, high 137, at least in season 1 of 2020. So, all right, getting ready to start our qualifying laps. Looks like everything's good here. All right, so qualifying. It's actually the first iRacing race that I have done in 2020 season 1. So here it is.
Exit's clear. Push. Okay, Michael, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
So here we are. We are actually, this is the first race of the new decade. All right, make sure traction control is up because I can't drive this car without it. That's why I'm not a Formula 1 driver. All right, so I'm going to take it relatively easy here on the outlap. A little heat in the wheels. Not take. A little conservative on my chicanes. All right, so coming down the back straight at Monza. Lots of places here that you can end up spinning in this car. Gonna try to avoid that during the race. But here we go, getting ready for lap 1. Full throttle, DRS open. Nice and tight through there, nice and tighty. Full steam. Not really certain if I needed to do DRS in this section. Probably should have. Take a little bit of curve there. Letting it float through the turns, pretty easy. Oh, hit that DRS button. Pedal floored. DRS button again. Coming into the last. Down to third for Parabolica, full steam. Back on to the DRS, full throttle. There's the first lap. That's a 136,
P11.
138.3. All right. Let it float through. Full beans, giving it DRS for this part. We'll see if it helps. A little bit faster. They're going almost exactly the same speed.
That's a new fastest lap for Olsen, 134.8.
134.8. Holy cow. Guess I'm in the wrong
Front has
split.
just posted a 138.2.
Back on the DRS. Couple of tenths up on this lap.
Damn, Greg, leave some for the rest of us, man.
P12. That puts you 3.3 off the pace.
All right, well, there you go. P12. Two minutes remaining in the qualifying
Bad luck,
session.
Michael. Don't rush. Get it running. Get it back in the race.
All right, well, there we go.
Oh, damn.
There is a marked line here. So we have low 37s and down.
Qualifying, I use my own. It's a higher downforce setup, but of course you're on DRS almost the entire lap. And then for race, I just use a VRS setup, which is it's fine. It works.
Guys, my first race in Formula Renault 3.5. It's a fuel for this guy.
All right, so let's take a look at putting our fuel
I
back
think
in.
most of the guys in the race are running a E rear wing, which can get a little squirrely. I don't know if anyone's going to be on E. It's probably about as low as they're tilting it.
Yeah, what are we on?
Yeah.
We're on E. Hmm. All right, well, let's give that a shot. A lot of times these races can really...
Closer to just farm iRating. If you just see the checkered flag, I mean, half the cars usually don't. So, yeah, just see the end and you usually gain some iRating.
That's spot on, that is. Doing it regularly is the difficult thing, though.
Yep, I got taken out of the last race. Lost 100 ratings.
Yeah, I managed to take myself out, so and lost nearly as much. So.
There's a reason why I'm
That's the end of the
using
session. P12.
target livery today.
Okay, so
Gentle
watch.
punishment.
Peter.
What is yours up to, Greg?
My what, sorry?
What's your iRating up to now?
It was
All right,
5.8,
so let's
now
double
it's
check that
5.7.
fuel again now that we've done a little marketing.
Yeah, it's rough when you get
15.9 gallons, that's what we're going with. Taking the grid. All right, so looks like a standing start. No problem there. Everybody good. All right, so again, 23 laps. The whole point of this is to try and survive.
Good luck.
Like the man said, it's hard for some people to actually survive these races. So I'm gonna give that a shot.
Guys, just watch my start.
And just be careful, the car feels horrible the first lap or two, especially in dirty air on the cold tyres.
Okay,
Can
so
we all just do a gentleman's agreement to play remotely nice here?
Agreed.
I have every intention of doing that, yep.
doesn't
The air temp
everybody?
is 77 Fahrenheit. The track temp is 82 Fahrenheit. Are you ready? Floor it.
Well, not the greatest of starts.
On your left. 3 wide, you're on the right. Left side. Hold your line. You're on the right, 3 wide. Clear left.
Well, I don't know who made what. I'm gonna hold off on the DRS until I see a real reason to use it.
Okay, Michael, decent start. We can build something from here.
Okay, cool. We've made it past that. So many bad turns we can make it through. Of course, all these guys are faster, so if they don't wreck.
No, that one, no.
Okay, traction control is where it needs to be. Don't push the tires too hard.
P13.
How did I lose a spot and all those people
front is now 0.6. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Dude, he touched you and then slammed on his brakes, and there's nothing I can really do, man.
Incident in Curva Grande. It looks like Russell.
Yeah, good work, Alex. Thanks.
Okay. Dakota's right behind.
The leader's just done a 136.5. P10. That last lap was a 140.1.
Car left.
I have to get out of that, haven't I?
Hold your line.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Clear left.
I don't know. I
Good
didn't
pass.
stop.
Eyes front.
I locked the wheel.
The gap behind is now 0.5.
I'll go fast now. But I really don't like the first two laps.
Watch the re-entry.
Right side. You're on the left, 3 wide.
Head in the right direction.
On your right.
Yeah, barely, man.
Still there.
I was waiting for you to go left.
Hold your line. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line.
Balls, I just went through a fucking...
Hold your line. Hold your line.
Next time you go up, wait for everybody else to pass.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Yeah, I was perfectly happy to stay behind your head, I gotta be honest.
Fastest lap for Olsen, 136.
Give me a fucking break, dude.
On your right. Clear right.
Come on, mate, defend your position.
Yeah, well, you know, if people didn't, we're trying to frickin' DRS this thing.
Yeah, me too. Lots of
P12,
room.
you're all over the place. Come on, man, get your head back together.
All right. Let's see what we can do with these guys. Ah.
Car right.
Fire her back up, get back into the fray.
Clear right.
There's an incident in Lesmo 1. We think it might be Dixon.
Well, there you go. Probably fucked. Well, it might drive halfway decent. Don't know what state of my wings are. We're about to find out.
Okay, Michael, the next car is Dixon.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't like driving cars like this. Nobody else knows how to drive a car like this.
16.
We don't seem to have car status.
Now you're breaking up.
Car status.
Should be about 21 laps remaining on this tank. 0.6 gallons per lap. We're not seeing any significant tyre wear. Your brake temperatures are fine.
Okay.
New fastest lap for Olsen, 136.1.
Yeah, okay, let's catch these guys. Looks like I got a little front end damage. Not sure what it is. No fast repairs on this, so
Incident in Curva Grande. The gap in front has increased to 8.8.
well, hopefully there'll be something I can do about this, but right now it's just a matter of catching people. And Bolscarly is running away from me. Well, it was.
increased. It's now about 11 seconds. There's an incident in Curva Grande. It looks like it's Dixon. Fastest lap for Olsen, 1:35.9.
And we are not catching, are we? Well, somebody got in the pits.
15th place. The gap in front is increasing. It's now 15 seconds.
Yeah, well, he's obviously a lot faster than me, and who knows what kind of damage I got. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if Brusterly is going to actually pass somebody.
That's a new fastest lap for Olsen, 1:35.7.
What I don't understand
Son of a bitch wheel, stop shifting. Good God.
You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 3.7 seconds.
Time to blow Sienna.
P14.
Maybe on a different track. This track could be difficult in fifth gear. I've been doing that more and more lately. I have to pull the wheel off and put it back on in the middle of the race.
There's an incident in Lesmo 1.
Fanatec DD2 podium and the F1 wheel with the podium shifters. So after this race, we're getting firmware updates and all cleaned up on the contacts because I really don't know what's going on. Well, that makes me second guess my choice to get a Fanatec. I mean, it's happened twice now, which is twice too many, but in over a year. But yeah, well, I didn't think you'd have problems, but.
Alright, let's DRS this thing. See if we can get a little bit of time. But I think Bolsterly is much faster than I am.
There's an incident in Curva Grande. Yellow flag. Caution. You'll need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty. Blue flag.
Really?
Alright, Michael. You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 3.2 seconds. He's slow into...
On your left. Clear left.
Blue flag.
Car right.
Blue.
Clear right.
There's no point in... I think this is going to be one of those learning seasons. We definitely have not driven a lot of open wheel.
That's half distance. We estimate 12 laps of fuel left. The gap in front is now 6.9.
got more people coming up behind us. Third and fourth. The other end of the straight here.
Blue flag.
Yeah, he's back there.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 8.1.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Yep. Well,
Yellow flag. Watch out. There's an incident in Lesmo 1.
alright, let's see if we can't catch. Yeah, I believe that he is going much faster than I am.
Blue flag. The gap in front has increased. It's now about 3.0. P14.
Right side. Clear right.
Actually, hasn't been as much attrition on this race. Whoa, oh boy. Hasn't actually been as much attrition on this race as I would have hoped. We're only on 15 of 23 laps.
The gap in front is now 5.2 seconds. Blue flag.
On your right.
Blue.
Clear right.
B13.
Okay, came up one from somewhere. So the next guy back, luckily, is a ways. Don't have to worry about that. Now Bolsterly is just walking away from me. Yeah, next guy back, luckily, is a long way back. Unfortunately, Bolsterly is not a long way forward.
The gap in front has increased to 7.6.
Yeah, I figured that out. Thanks. Well, we're down to last 5 laps. Back up into 13th after a not so great beginning.
Come on, Michael. Push, push, push. We can get this guy.
We are very optimistic. And the only thing we're doing is we're actually going to lap somebody behind us. Possibly. Yep. Hey, rearview mirrors, don't see anybody too close to yet.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 7.8.
Alright, let's see what we get out of DRS here.
Well, I know which side you're going to pass, though. I'll see you.
Yeah,
The
tires,
gap ahead is now 9.3.
tires are starting to
2
get,
to go.
yep, because I've been lapped.
Thank you, Jack.
No worries.
Okay, so going into the last couple of laps here. I'm gonna look at the replays. And looks like we're getting caught by 6th here. Yep, so coming up on the final lap, we are still down in 13th, unfortunately. Hopefully someone
White flag, last lap.
on this lap will get a little desperate. Luckily, 6th is not close enough. I don't think to lap me.
13th place.
Good race, y'all.
Oh, couldn't get past. It's not, especially with any kind of damage like this. Who knows? Well, I'm not letting up at this point.
P13. That's the end of the race. Never mind.
All right, well, there you go. P13. Ugh. Whoosh. All right, so let's see. First and foremost, let's see what kind of damage we ended up here. So we're going to look at the rear chase, and there you go. That's easy enough.
Hey, you're doing really well.
Wings all messed up.
Enjoying it, and I'm still working out these new tyres, man. They keep catching me out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having to drive it like the Renault 2.0.
All right, let's go back to, I believe, a lap 2 or 3.
That's not a bad call. I think I just need more seat time, buddy. I'm feeling that as well. I haven't managed to do it yet, though. So, good job, Greg.
Yep. So here I was in 12th.
Thanks, man. No, it's all good. It's so easy to overdrive this car. I didn't think I was driving it very good until this morning. I only sort of clicked this morning, so yeah, it'll take time, but you'll get used to it.
Yeah, nice. It's a tough track early on in the season as well with that many changes. The low downforce here is really amplifies all of the mistakes, doesn't it?
It does. From what I've done, testing and how trim on the Suzuka, we're going to have the same problems where you get wheel spin out of high-speed corners.
All right, who we have in front of us? That was Jay Dixon, and
you're going to have to get used to managing the throttle, I think, and not steering the car, like turning the wheel as much as before.
he may have already left, so...
Yeah, I guess that's next.
Yeah.
Start doing some cycle practice. Should be a good week next week. Thanks for the tips, man. I'll catch you out there.
Yeah, he did better than I did, so I mean that's not.
No worries. See you all later. See you next week.
Qualified a little. Where did he qualify?
I can't believe that hit ruined your car. 22 miles an hour is what you hit the guardrail at. I think maybe we need to mention this to Iracing.
Oh, did you go back and have a look? Did you? Yeah, I mean, I went in wheel first, so it was always gonna bend something.
So the back of the car hit at 14 miles an hour.
The question I
mean,
have
maybe that's enough.
really is, and I'm gonna mute these guys because so if you're looking at this, and you know here I am, and we're going to do the regular chase. So where did I start braking? So there's the 200-mile mark. So I started braking. Here's the brake. Absolutely where I would normally do it, and that had to be an arrow thing. So that's just needing more time in the car right there. That's all that is, needing more time in the car. And well, after that, there really wasn't much to say, was there? Messed up my front arrow. That's going to mess up my lap time, so I'm not going to catch anybody for certain. So honestly, coming back and ending up in 13th place when we started at 12th, probably not too bad of a deal, quite honestly. So, well, let's just call that a learning experience. That's really what's going to be happening here with the Formula Renaults. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time practicing. It is a car that is a completely open setup. They are difficult to drive. And with the new tire model, that's even more changes with the car. So what little bit of driving I did last and season 3 of last year really kind of goes out the window to a certain extent, as I could tell from just the fact that I was about a second slower in this car at the same track from a couple of months ago. So as you can see, qualifying times 1:34s, the fastest time that Mr. Olson put in during the race was a 1:35.6. Definitely got a lot of work to get down in even close to that. So going to be a back marker, looks like, and it's going to be really more about learning to drive the car and learning to drive the car fast. So that's kind of the point. and we're going to definitely stick with this series. It will be something that I probably stream on Saturdays or Sundays just so I can get a better time with more people in the races, because they don't tend to have that many people doing this in the evenings when I normally race. This is very much a Formula-esque style race, Formula 1, Formula 2, and Formula 3, I guess. And people here in the States don't pay attention to that as much. 10 o'clock at night here in the States, full race in a NASCAR race, but not these guys. But with that, we'll call that an end to this one, and it's getting on about supper time. In fact, it is exactly that time. So uh, if you haven't already, I have posted a 2019 year-end review, 2020 plans. Got a lot of stuff going to happen on the channel, and so take a look at that and tune back in for various things. Thanks for watching, and as always, here's the end card.
Hey guys, Michael here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Click on the Planet Herring logo to subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about the video in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.